Okay, so I don't usually talk about too many things about reading because reading is a personal thing as to what you choose. But sometimes I like to read um, books about people's lives just to see what kind of help them to motivate them to not only be inspired to make music, but influence them to make the type of music they do or to just see if there's something maybe that inspired me. One book that I've read in the past that I've kind of talked about a little bit. I think I might have talked about this on my channel. Is the Dilla book that came out. This book here. If you haven't read Dilla Time, I got some markings on there for reading. But Dilla book was a really good book. Learned a lot about his life, his influence, and kind of what he did. And a lot of people, mimic his style just because, well, I mean, they just do, because of the way he kind of had that drunken swing on his drums. I think that was the biggest influence to really listen to his style. He had other stuff that he did too, but it's a good read. And if you ever get a chance, I'd say grab it. I think right now Amazon it's like $11 and some change or something to get it. The paperback version or whatever. That's the hardback version I have there. But I got this one. This is MF Doom. It's a book. Now this book, both of these books, as far as I know, were wrote by, you can see it, the author right here, S.H. Fernando Jr. So he is obviously an author, but he's also a person who was inspired, but more of a researcher for this, for understanding Doom and what he did. So he used a lot of the videos out there. He used a lot of question and answer from different people that he saw or that he was able to get information from. So it's a research book. It's not by Dilla's actual family. I think they didn't want a part. And he tells you that in the beginning, that he had asked, I guess, reached out to them to see if they would be willing to talk a little bit about him, but they didn't. They weren't really interested in that because, as far as I know, he was more of a private person. He wanted to keep things private in his personal life, and music seemed to be more of an art for him. And I think that's what interests me about him is that he is considered himself more of a writer, right? A rapper that was a good writer, and he liked to write stories. So he acted in a character, which we all know is MF, or we recognize as MF Doom, and of course he had other names too. But it's an interesting book. I'm not going to sit here and tell you the whole book. You should read it, get to know a little bit. It does give you a lot of insight onto his character, his background, his family, so that you understand the influence they had on him. And I'm only on probably, I think, a chapter 4. I think I'm on chapter 4. So I'm getting a lot of, it's not wrote in a chronological order as far as I know, but they do a lot of back and forth going different places to give you his story. But anyway, it's a really cool book. I'm not gonna lie, the cover is pretty cool too. And then check this out. This is the hardback portion. So it has a seal on it. Can you guys see that? Yeah. So anyway, really cool book. And it's on sale on Amazon right now as of recording this. So I think it's like $30 normally. Yeah, $30 US at least. But then I got it for like maybe 23. So like $7 off right now. So not bad. Good book. I'm looking forward to finishing it. And if you're reading a book, put it in the comment section below what you're reading. Maybe it'll be interesting for me to take a look at it. I don't read a lot of different books because I'm not really that person. I'm more interested in making music, but I do read books and I do enjoy. I think I like books where I learn more about a person because it's real life, and I'm just kind of that person. Some people don't; they prefer more fiction, and I think that's what he was is more into fiction, which is why his writing was what it was. So I think I read something in there in the early chapters where he talked about he liked he enjoyed, of course, the Marvels. That's where he came up. But his name, his grandmother, I think, called him Doom. So that's part of the reason why he went with Doom. But then, of course, he loved Doctor Doom, so that helped to kind of formulate the character and wanted to rewrite a story of it. So anyway, read the book, really good. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna end this one here, and I'm out.